Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today we're going to do another Bible review. And before we get to it, I just want to say thanks to all those who have subscribed to my channel. This really is a fun thing for me to do. And if I can help you grow in the scriptures in any way by helping you to find a Bible or some way to study the scriptures, then it's a huge win for me. So thank you for subscribing, and let's get into the Bible review now. As the thumbnail suggested, I am going to review the New Living Translation Thinline Reference Filament Enabled Edition today, and I love this Bible. I have been using this for the last 2 months with my youngest child, and it is just an amazing little Bible, and I can't wait to show it to you and to show you the inside and the outside as well. So let me take you on an exterior tour of the Bible. The edition that I have is a brown leather soft, which is their imitation leather, and it's not bad. It's pretty soft. It doesn't feel like leather, but it's close enough. You can see it's pretty soft to the touch. Then it's got the embossing on the spine there, Tyndale Holy Bible, and the NLT logo. It's beautiful. It's not leather, but it is $30 or under $30. You can see it's got perimeter stitching as well. Very beautiful. The Bible also comes with just one ugly, thin ribbon. I wish they had put 2, but you can see it's low quality. You do have gold gilding on the sides, but it's matte, which means it's dull. It's not shiny. And I guess it's okay. It doesn't bother me, but for under $30, I think it's good enough. Now let's look at the inside of the Bible. When you open it up, you're going to see that it's got a paper paste down liner. Wasn't a fan of it, but I think it's good enough. Here's the presentation page. Nothing to write home about this presentation page here. And then you get the front page of the New Living Translation here. And I use this Bible to preach from, and I like to write if I've used the Bible to preach from, I like to write it on top. Again, this is the Filament Enabled Edition. Here's the publication page. I don't know if you want to pause that, but a lot of information. You do want to see here that it's printed in China, and these are the different editions of this Filament Bible. Then you get the table of contents. Then you get to the New Living Translation introduction, and it's pretty typical, so I'm going to skip over that and go straight to the Old Testament and Genesis. And I want to show you just the quality of the printing. It's really wonderful, and the page or the paper is about 28 GSM. Don't quote me on that, but you can see it's line matched, and it's really readable. It's 9-point type. But again, with that line matching, the thinness of the paper just doesn't bother me at all. I think it's very, very readable, and I love the font of this New Living Translation. I want to show you here, this is where they put the cross references and the translation notes on the bottom outside or the outside column of the page. I love that about it. It's out of the way, and again, it just makes everything readable. This is the poetry section here. This is the Psalms, and you just see the ghosting. The ghosting is always worse in camera than it is in person. So just take my word for it. It's very readable. Let's jump into the New Testament here in the Gospel of Matthew here, and I wanted to show you primarily the red letters, because this is a red letter Bible, and they do a great job with the red letters. I think this is one of the finest that I've seen. It's not pink, it's a deep red. It's deeper than what you're seeing here on camera, but it's really well done, and it's pretty consistent. Now let's get to the back of the Bible here. This does not have concordance, but they have what's called a Tyndale Verse Finder, which is a topical system. Then you get an overview of the Bible, a visual overview of the Bible, which is beautiful. The material here alone is worth the price of the Bible. So much color. You can see here, this is the first map, the world of the patriarchs, which is pretty typical. Then on the right side, check this out, the plagues of Egypt. Look at these graphics. Isn't that amazing? And then below that, you get the Exodus from Egypt, which is a map. These are just well done graphics. We get to the annual festivals, or actually the top part is Israel's annual calendar, and then below that you get the annual festivals of Israel, which again, these are just so well done, so colorful. Here's another map, and another map. This is the kingdoms of Israel, and then the right side here, the Psalms. I love this graphic. This is one of my favorite graphics in the back of this Bible, but you could see how they divide up the topics of the Psalms and where it fits in the Psalms itself and the book. Then you get another graphic here of, this one is of the prophets and where they fall in timeline. So if you ever was wondering, where does the minor and the major prophets fit into the timeline of Israel's history? Here's another graphic of the prophecies of the Messiah, and it lists the different prophecies in the Old Testament and how they relate to the New Testament, specifically in the Gospels. Here we get the ministries of Jesus, then another map. Here you have one final graphic of the Old Testament and the New Testament letters, as well as the Old Testament allusions in the book of Revelation. Now what makes this Bible so special is you use an app called the Filament App, which enables you to access all of these great resources. And the resources primarily come from the NLT Study Bible as well as the NLT Illustrated Study Bible. But let me walk you through how to use this app. So once you download the Filament App, open it up, and then it gets you to this page or this screen. So if you look at the upper right hand corner there's an icon of a camera. Click on that or tap on that, then it'll get you to the next screen. So this is the next screen that you will see. So let's say you're studying Matthew 18 and you want to access information or study notes about it. Take a look at that diamond logo. That's the Filament logo. Hover that over the actual printed logo on the page of the Bible. So hover it over page 871 in that logo, and it'll pop up for you this next screen. Now hit the green go button and it leads you to the next screen. Then what shows up next are study options for Matthew 18. And here you can see there's three options that you have: study, reflect, and see. So let's hit the yellow study square button. What you then see are notes from the New Living Translation Study Bible. If you go back to the previous screen and you want to hit reflect, this is what you'll get: articles and devotional materials on that specific chapter. If you go back to the previous screen and hit the C button, you can see some great visuals for this chapter. You get maps, interactive maps, and a number of videos. The way this Filament app works with the Bible is just genius. And wow, it's like getting a study Bible all in one little thin package. Now let's talk about the pros and why you should buy this Bible. The first pro is the price point. This is an amazing Bible for what you get for $30 or under $30. You get a ton of study materials. You can see there 25,000 plus study notes, videos, maps, and infographics, profiles, just the works. Another pro of this Bible is the size. It's about 8 3/4 by 5 3/4, a little bit over that. But that to me is the perfect hand-sized Bible. If you compare it to the Zondervan NASB that just came out, the Thinline, it's practically the same size. And I love the size of that NASB that Zondervan just put out. You can see here side by side, it is exactly the same size. Now let's talk about the cons, and I've already mentioned them. I think the first one is going to be the paper paste down liner. It's ugly. The other con here is the ribbon. It has one ugly ribbon. Tyndale, you could do better. The other thing too that's maybe a con is the gilding, which is flat in shininess. It's not very shiny, it's just dull. So here are my final thoughts on this Bible. Get one. If you have never read through the NLT and you want a physical copy, this is the one to get. Under $30, you get a whole bunch of stuff included in it. It's really like a study Bible in this thin line package. Just go and get one. Trust me, this is a great addition. Thanks for watching, and please hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a great day.